So what I'm going to do today for this episode, I'm going to bury this gold ring at certain depths. Now this 9-carat gold ring weighs about 2 grams. You can see there's a split in it, and as we know, eddy currents move more freely in a ring opposed to a coin. But because there's a split in it, breaking that ring, like the halo ring, it drops this conductor to a very low, well, it's above iron, but it's a lot lower than it is if it's closed. So if we close it, it's a mid conductor. If we open it, then it becomes a low conductor, near enough in the iron range, about 5 points above the iron range, 10 points on 100 scale, maybe 15 points. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tape this ring together to keep that closed. So with the ring open, like I say, very low. With the ring closed, so there's near enough 10 points difference on this 60 ID range detector. And we're going to use 3 detectors. The 3 detectors will be the triple score on the new beta version 1.12. It'll be the Deus 2 on version 1.1, and the Rutus Versa on version 4.7. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bury it at 9 inches, put all detectors over. Whoever doesn't hit it gets put out, and continue with the other 2. So say it gets to 11 inches and the triple score doesn't hit, that gets put out, and then we carry on at 12 inches with the other 2 detectors until there's one at the end, the last detector standing. A quick point, all these 3 detectors can be run totally wide open using relic mode on the triple score with the IR, iron reject, using an all metal mode on the Deus 2 like relic mode, gold mode, diving mode, and then on the Rutus Versa is an all metal mode and the dual tone, which is all metal plus a discrimination mode layered. We're not going to go that far. We're just going to go in the beach modes of each detector, but that will be coming up in another video. So take this time, take this few seconds of this video just to hit the notification and the subscribe button, because why not? Why wouldn't you want to? It's fucking interesting stuff. So I'm gonna set up here where the tide's gone out, so it's still a bit damp on the ground. I'll get the detectors out. I'm hoping to keep all the detectors on, put on about 10 metres away from me, see how the stability is as we're going over these targets. So yeah, we've got £500, £700 and £1,400. Turkey, Poland, France. So I'll just use triple score to check ground. So I think we'll go with 11 inches first. So I'm using an Oxa premium shovel. It has actually rubbed off, but 11 inches is around there. Just see it. So yeah, we will put the gold ring on the bottom, flat. I'll just throw this rope in so I know whereabouts it is in case the tide comes in. So that's 11 inches. Stamp it down a bit. It's not wet and it's not dry. So first up, triple score. Let's see how high we can get sensitivity. Put it on 15. Do a noise cancel. Pitch tone for all 3 detectors. Now with lower recovery, we should get a better idea if it's hitting it better. It's jumpy, but it's definitely hitting it on its own. So the triple score hit the nice carrot ring at 11 inches. So we'll go with my getting up there to be one of my favourite machines. This. We'll just leave it as stock settings for now. Try and do maximum on the Versa. That's quite stable. It's just getting it, but I wouldn't say it's as solid as the triple score. Let's reduce that down to 1, the recovery. It's getting it. So it's got it without having to change too much apart from recovery. So we'll just go in beach stock. We'll go from there. $57 coming up, 61. Right, all 3 got passed. I'll bury it at, so that all is 13 inches deep. A triple score did really well on that. Didn't have to drop recovery right down. Days 2 just slammed it. The Rutus, I thought I struggled a bit. I've got my phone in flight mode and I'm turning the detectors off. They save, apart from the Days 2 will not save, but we didn't change anything on Days 2, so that's fine. Now I would have thought this wouldn't be as deep as coil, but it's doing okay. $11s and $30s now and again. So 13 inch, that's good. I think we might have to play with the Versa now. Isn't that strange? It's actually hitting it, 2-way hit. But if you see that the video is edited, it's just so it could be a long video this if it's not edited. So we've got Days 2. I'm just going to go straight off, straight on it. I'm sure it'll hit it. If not, then obviously we'll do some tinkering about the settings. I am struggling a bit. I have got a broken wrist, believe it or not. And yeah, it does hurt. With 51, 62 RD. It's going to have to go at 16. We'll do it at 16. We need to get one of these 3 detectors out of this competition. But I think anybody that's got one of these detectors will be happy that it'll kick at 2 gram, might be 1.5 gram. Gold, small ring, child's ring or woman's ring at 14 inches. You know, unless you're detecting sand, that the sand's been brought and dropped, but most of the time you don't detect that part of the beach. So that's a great result for all 3. Right, so this is at 16 inch, right at the bottom of there, 16 inch, but if you get parallel my arm, yeah, just under 17 inches. And they say aliens don't exist. Look at that. They actually live on this planet. It's huge. Now this is doing really well for a £500 detector. I'll Okay, where are we? There. It's a good job I've got that rope. I'm starting to wish I started at a higher, a deeper depth, but to be honest, I didn't think the triple score would get 14, so that has surprised me. Versa. Just turn the volume up on that. That's the threshold. Volume's 10. So days 2, which hasn't had any adjustments, you need to remember that. So that's stock. It's got a good ID as well. We've got match sensitivity on the other two. It's giving us 62 ID, 63 ID, which is the best ID, and it's hitting it quite easily. So guys, 16 inch, we've got to keep on going, I didn't think, it's a 9 carat gold ring. You saw the conductivity, mid-conductor, absolutely, all 3 detectors. I'd say at the moment the day is 2, then the triple score, then the Versa at the moment. So we're going to go to, so we'll go to 19. We'll go to 19 inches on a 9 carat gold ring. So my spade only goes up to 18. I should have brought a tape measure, but I didn't think that any of them were going to reach this. So let's put that in there. Now, there's a pinpointer. So it's near enough. Pinpointer's there. Pinpointer's there. Another pinpointer. So two, yeah. We're calling it 19 inches. Right, surely one of these detectors ain't going to get a 19 inch 9 carat gold ring on the beach. Hopefully. Yeah, I want to get on with other things. Here we go. Yes. Is that definitely where it goes down? Yeah, the rope goes down there. Brilliant, that's good, that's good. Well, for me it is. Same bottle caps off, bottle caps are on. Doing noise cancellation. This is it at full tilt now, I'd say. Without the DT, but the DT is a filter, so you start applying the DT and you're gonna hinder performance. I was picking my spade up from right over there. Now in the update, they've set deeper targets in beach are louder, so it's a stock audio gain by the sounds of it. So the deeper targets sound louder. So it could be like an audio gain you can't change. Hear that? That's the ground, so you can sweep, and if you sweep down, it's picking up the ground. And you watch these testing, and they're sweeping in a hoop, saying it's hitting it, and it isn't. It's just picking up the ground. So what we'll do, we'll neutralise the ground by ground balancing. That sounds rough. See now, it's not picking up the ground. So it's not getting that. So the triple score is out, but it all depends if one of the other two detectors hit this target. We need to neutralise the ground so we don't get confused with thinking that we're picking up the target and it's actually the ground we're picking up. Because in a field or on the beach you'd be digging down and there'll be nothing there. It's like, hang on, it was showing up on the audio and a number. How come might have found a problem here. Might have found a problem here with the ground balance on the Versa. You saw on the triple score how it totally cancelled the ground out. Yeah, we've got a problem with ground balance on the Versa. Now you can't manual ground balance this machine. Let's just do it again. We'll do 50 centimetres. Do ground balance. And it's struggling to ground balance. It's came up a negative ground balance, but it's running too negative that it's not. It'll pick up the ground, you see, as you're swinging. As the coil's coming away from the ground, it'll pick up the ground, as you can see from what's just happened there. So what I'm going to do zero ground balance. Which is a pull again. So really, if we did a ground balance like on the triple score, that should not sound when we raise or push the coil into the ground. And it is. Okay, right, so the Versa's out. I'll get in touch with Eric. Now maybe I've done something wrong, but I don't think I have. Did it on triple score, cancelled the ground out. Shot sensitive down to 7. Reactivity is on 0. Audio response, we'll whack that up to 7. Nothing. What we'll do with that sensitivity is the triple score doing better on ground balance on this beach. Applying more of that filter is just going to hinder performance. On these two machines, you need to have a manual ground balance on any machine. I think it's because it's too complicated, because it's multi-frequencies running together. It's too complicated to ground balance to every frequency. I have been in contact with the companies that don't have manual ground balance on. Say it's too hard, but then I think, well, I've not to manage to do it. Now the only thing I can think of is that they're running like a true multi-frequency instead of just a few frequencies at the same time. I'm not too sure. Like I say, make sure you ground balance on the beach, because you'll be digging down and you'll think there's a target there. Now, just to add there, a lot of detectorist channels don't really get involved in ground balance, but I've studied it, and I've studied it quite a lot. Being able to run a positive or negative ground balance on very, very tricky land is a need, especially on an elite machine. Now, if you go back to analog days, there's no automatic ground balance. You had to raise the coil and lower it and change the ground balance until there was no noise on the elevation and no noise on the putting the coil to the ground. Totally neutralised it, like the triple score did. But still, the triple score, if it wasn't, I could have manual ground balanced it. Now, these elite machines, I've already had a word with XP. Sorry, I've had a word with XP about it, so I'm not going to mention it again. If anybody else wants to, that's okay. But I've sent it over, and I had no reply about Days 2 not having manual ground balance for a £1,400 machine. It does agitate you because you're there to help out, and you just get, you know, you don't know what you're talking about and that, but with research you do. So that can only get better, because we don't have problems, we have solutions. So companies have got to, this is why VLF doesn't work that good in mineralised ground, and PI machines do. It's all to do with the ground, and unless you can manual ground balance like on an analog machine, so you can have a plus or a negative, these machines, that's where I think these machines are lacking. I've found this out in mineralised ground land, and I've got some Scottish mineralised ground as well, which none of these detectors hit a gold coin at great depth at all. But I've had an analog machine on it, hitting it a lot better than all these VLF detectors that are out at the moment. See, this machine, I'd say that's not ground balanced proper. It's supposed to have no noise like the triple score did. Okay, so all great performance, but I feel that the ground balance needs sorting out on some of these machines. At least you've got to have a manual ground balance like this. I can have that. I can set that on a £500 machine. I can set that as a plus or negative from ground. So this, I mean, with that, so you get the phase of ground. So this is ground phase. It locks it in at 8, but I could run negative from ground phase or positive. Positive gives, it's more sparky, but you get more depth, and then negative, it silences the ground so you can pick up smaller targets. But I've just done that ground balance, and watch this. Let's do it again. Nothing, silent. So we got some results. I hope I'll get in touch with, don't have to get in touch with Nocta. Ground balance is spot on. You can run a manual ground balance, and the automatic is really good. I'll get in touch with Eric. I'm going to do him a short now. XP, if they watch this video, yeah, if anyone watches this video, report to XP, they don't talk to me. And welcome to the channel, Mr. Random Adventures, where a bit of everything on the channel, but mostly I will be converting an ex-Royal Mail Peugeot expert to travel the UK, Scotland, down south and Europe in the search of lost history, which will be on my partner channel, History Revisited. And if you want to come on this expedition with me, then you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, and notification button will give you first-hand indication of when videos go live. So yeah, welcome and thanks for watching.